What up? It's your boy MK, and today I'm doing a video. What up? It's your boy MK, and today I'm doing another video. This one is on the new Spider-Man set that's coming out right around the corner. This is my top 5 most wanted figures from the set. I really am looking forward to this set. Next to Deadpool, next to Gambit, Spider-Man is definitely one of my favorite superheroes all time. So I'm really excited for this set to come out. And in terms of the figures, yeah, there's some figures I'm not too crazy about, but there's some figures I absolutely want. I will be doing an unboxing video when the set comes out. I'm going to do a brick this time instead of a case, and the brick's going to be just for me. There's no theories of art on the box. There's no pulling for chases. This is going to be for me, you know, and these are the figures that I'm really looking for. Hopefully you'll tune in when I get it just to kind of enjoy the opening like I'll be doing. In terms of the figures, though, let's just get right into it. Number 5. This figure, you can never have too many of, in my opinion. I want Moon Knight. And the good thing is, I believe he's either an uncommon or a rare, so I should be able to get him. Up until this point, I've only had this Moon Knight from the last Amazing Spider-Man set, and he's decent. He's a good figure. I definitely got my uses out of him, but it's time for an upgrade. And I didn't win the LE prize Moon Knight, which hurt my heart. I didn't know we were playing for that prize that day. I would have built completely differently. But I want Moon Knight. As you can see, I got the trade. I've got a lot of old school Moon Knight comic books. I usually collect anything he's in. This Moon Knight, 15 defenses aren't cutting it anymore. It's time to upgrade. And the new one just looks really cool. So number 5 is going to be Moon Knight. Coming in at number 4, we got the Superior Spider-Man. This guy right here. I wanted a Superior Spider-Man so badly when Superior Spider-Man came out. And this is not the original. This is the Spider-Verse copy because this is the costume he's going to have. I think it's even that sculpt, which is going to be pretty cool. But when they finally made a Superior Spider-Man and he was in the Deadpool set, couldn't wait to snatch him up. So I got him, and I love him because of the fact that he's a Superior Spider-Man. You know, he came out, and I went, and I tried to collect as many of these little spider bots as I could, and then the Age of Ultron set came out, and then they had the golden spider bots that also worked with them. But my problem with this Superior Spider-Man, first of all, he's 190 points. He's taking up a huge chunk of your team, and he's not much of a team player. He's his own guy. You know, when you play him, you can bring the spider bots in, they can attach onto him. They can. I always choose the spider bots that just keeps increasing his dice roll for the super senses. Essentially, he should be evading attacks on a 3, 4, 5, or 6 with 2 spider bots on him. But every time I use this figure, it doesn't work that way. Either I fight someone who has Precision Strike, so negating it right off the bat, or I'm fighting somebody who has Outwit. They outwit a super sense. And this guy only has super senses his whole dial. He has 18 defenses in all. He's only got super senses as a defense. Drives me crazy. The amount of times I've actually succeeded on a 3, 4, 5, or 6 with this guy, and I can count on one hand. So I'm looking forward to the new one. He's a lot less points. He's more of a team player. He's got leadership. He doesn't just rely on super senses for his entire role. I'm looking forward to getting him. He should be higher on the list just because I like the character. But again, I don't even think the new one really does justice to the character. But I'm looking forward to pulling him. I think he is a rare or a super rare. So if I have to take out one of my super rare slots, I want him to be in it. Next, a figure that I think is going to be easy to get. One of my favorites, Cindy Moon, Silk. I don't know how many people out there are fans of Silk, but I love Silk. Ever since the character was introduced, I loved her story. I love her costume design. And I play that Spider-Man game on my phone, the little like running Surfway Surfers game. And I just got Silk unlocked in that with her original costume. When she came out and she just needed a costume, so she webbed herself up. That's actually a figure that I want to have the comic sculpt up. I want the white and black one so I can kind of repaint it to look like that. Then I'll have 2. I have the Silk as her costume now, and I have Silk as her makeshift costume. The only problem is her dial, again, doesn't really do justice to the character. I'm just happy to get a Silk. I didn't think that they would make that character because she's still relatively new. So to see her in the set, really awesome. I think she's just an uncommon or a common, so she should be easy to pull. And again, if I get a double, if I get the comic version, I'll be happy with that. Finally, the big two. Number 2. Now, another character that until this point, I don't think was done justice. And we're going to go right ahead with Moreland. Now, when I read this book, and the other was a storyline, when I started getting back into comics, a friend suggested this to me. And I'm reading it. Spoiler alert, really quickly, if you haven't read this yet, you should. It's kind of old at this point. But you see this picture right here where Moreland essentially rips out Spider-Man's eyeball and then he eats it. I seen that and I was like, who is this guy? What is this? Like, he terrified Spider-Man. Spider-Man was afraid to death of fighting Moreland because he couldn't be stopped. He was unstoppable. He just wanted to not only beat Spider-Man, but to eat him. That's crazy. And then, I believe it was Web of Spider-Man, they made a Moreland piece, and man, I didn't care for it at all. I was like, this is not the guy who struck fear in the heart of Spider-Man. This is not the guy who could single-handedly beat, every version of Spider-Man that exists and consume them. So the new Moreland, who is a super rare, what a beast. I'm almost hoping that I don't pull him in my brick. Knock on wood real quick. I almost hope that I don't pull him on brick. Only because we're going to be doing a sealed. And I want to pull him in a sealed. I feel like he may have the potential to be a one-man army piece. So either give me him in the brick, which I'll be completely satisfied with, or I'll wait till I hopefully pull him in my sealed event and just run him by himself, just eating Spider-Man all day. And then lastly, my number 1 want from the set. I feel like she encompasses everything that I've just said. First of all, first time you're seeing this figure, I didn't think we'd get this figure so soon. Secondly, I think that the piece is a pretty good representation of the character. And number 3, she's one of my personal favorites. I know a lot of people like SpiderGwen. And here she is, number 1, Gwen Stacy. Also, if anyone knows how much this comic goes for, let me know. First appearance of SpiderGwen, I hear it's worth a pretty penny. But yes, she's a super rare. She has to be the super rare I get in my brick. If I open a brick and she's not in it, you might see me cry. You might see a grown-ass man cry over toys. Only on my channel will that happen. No, but seriously, Spider-Gwen, first of all, her stats, I think it's all 10s and higher. She can evade even Precision Strike, I believe, which is awesome. And the scope is pretty cool. It's Spider-Gwen kind of in this pose here, just sitting on top of a brick wall. So I'm really looking forward to this set. For those 5 pieces, I think I have a great chance of getting all 5 of them, just to be honest. Because only 2 of them, I believe, are super rares. If I buy a brick, I think I'll get 3 or 4 super rares. So that's what I want. This has been MK in my basement. Got my Black Widow picture here. Shout out to Black Widow. Not Black Widow, Black Cat. I want Black Cat too. But besides that, look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.